Okay, so big news. Apparently, Brent Cooper may have been forced out the Daily Wire. I don't know everything that's going on, but I'm going to be doing a little digging on the side. As long as the video we have here today, hopefully you all enjoy it, so I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's roll that intro.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go.
So Brent Cooper, longtime host, about 2 years at this point, of the comment section over on YouTube. Now I found her videos originally on TikTok, and I was a huge fan. But suddenly, not too long ago, I'd say about a month to a couple weeks at this point, her producer, Regina or Reagan, started filling in for gaps for her, and I was kind of confused. At first, I thought she was pregnant. She just got married, newlywed life, etc., etc. But then things have begun to get weird. People started pointing out, don't this kind of seem off? Like, why is she all of a sudden filling in for her? What's going on? And me, I always look for the best in things. I didn't want to see anything bad happening because I'm a good person. I'm a faithful person. I don't want to see the bad in people whatsoever. But the problem is, they were right. Apparently, she was leaving, and her producer took over. And I thought they was on good terms, but I looked over on her Instagram, and she deleted all of her wedding photos with her apparently, which made some people believe she was actually forced out of the position. Now I'm gonna be reacting to this video. Hopefully, it spreads a little bit more light on the situation, and we can answer all of our questions. At least I hope so. At least.
Is no longer with the Daily Wire. This is a content creator who I do watch her occasionally. There are some videos that I watch from her that I like, and I do think that she is a very talented content creator, right?
Actually, really did enjoy her content, like a lot. Kind of got me hyped up, which made me realize, oh no, I can't say that.
So the update to the drama now is producer Reagan, the girl who went from being her producer to basically taking her place, and is nothing more than a complete like copycat of her. Like the same mannerisms, kind of talks the same, kind of acts the same. It's kind of
horrifying. It's horrifying in the most literal sense possible. It's scary, like super scary. She even speaks to the same tone. I clocked onto that right away. You can see on my page. Like, subscribe, do what y'all want. But it's kind of, she's literally a replacement. Even her eyes, the way she dressed, even to her poses. This is the exact same thing Brent did, and it's kind of creepy.
Scary how similar she is. But anyway, so producer Reagan has officially posted the first video since taking Brett Cooper's place as the host of the comment section YouTube channel. Obviously, you could expect a significant drop in views, which is what you see. Normally, Brett Cooper gets 300, 400, 500,000 views videos, sometimes even 1 million like this one.
Every time I check on that channel, it's actually continuously losing subscribers. The last time I looked, it was at 5 million, and it dropped to about 4.3 million. Hold on, I'm just going to go look at it right now. Yes, it's still losing subscribers to its peak. It even lost more subscribers right now. Like, it's constantly losing.
This one right here. Producer Reagan, after 20 hours, is at 167,000. I suspect she'll probably end. This video probably ended somewhere close to like 200,000 views, still less than what Brett Cooper got. But the main thing that I want to discuss is some of these posts that I've seen. We'll get to the video in just a second, but I want to discuss some of these posts that we have seen. Number one, people are reporting that Brett Cooper, let me go to the right post. Brett Cooper unfollowed the Daily Wire accounts, Jeremy, CEO, and producer Reagan on Instagram. And
I did a little bit of my own research when this first came out, and I couldn't find any of their accounts. It was kind of, it's still kind of odd, which made me believe that she was actually forced out, and she didn't want to leave willingly, or something bad happened.
on top of that, she still follows Ben Shapiro and a few other Daily Wire hosts. So some of you guys might be wondering, okay, well, there can't really be much to it, right? But this actually paints the picture that the rumors are completely true, because the rumors before she left, it was rumored for like a month that she was going to leave. And the rumor was she's going to leave because of Jeremy. And
most likely, it's kind of odd.
And it was also rumored that her producer was going to replace her. The producer replacing her ended up coming true. The fact that she
began unfollowing people, which is, kind of weird.
Something probably happened. It was very likely money. We made that very clear. It was very likely contract negotiations.
Most likely money.
She brings in an insane amount of money and views for the Daily Wire because she's an extremely popular content creator. And sounds like she wasn't getting paid what she was worth. So she said, hey, I'm not budging on this. Pay me what I'm worth or I'm leaving. They don't want to pay her. She left. That's more than likely what happened.
Most likely.
But the backstabbing comes in where you replace her with her producer, which is weird. Some of the things that I kind of wonder why it didn't happen, some of the things that I kind of took note of, right, is that when Brett Cooper announced that she was leaving, she never said, hey, producer Reagan has my blessing. She has my blessing. I'm so happy for her. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you never saw any of that, right? So that was already weird enough. They never did a collab together, never did a video. It was always either Reagan does a video when Brett's gone or Brett does her thing. There was never a togetherness with them. It was very weird. But the weirdest thing about her unfollowing Reagan on Instagram is we go over to this picture right here and we just kind of zoom in. You can see right here, this is producer Reagan right here. Producer Reagan was a bridesmaid at Brett Cooper's wedding. So if you're a bridesmaid, I would have to assume
you're pretty good friends, apparently. That's what I would think. You're probably a pretty good friend.
That you're very, very close, right? So if you were very close at one time, why would you unfollow your bridesmaid? That would be like me unfollowing my groomsmen. Why would I do that? Like, my groomsmen are typically my greatest friends. These are either people that I consider brothers or best friends, whatever. I would never unfollow them unless something happened. So she goes from being a bridesmaid of yours to now you're unfollowing her on Instagram. Neither of you have done any sort of collab or came out together and said, hey, we don't hate each other. So I understand why there's so much speculation that there's bad blood. And then you have something else interesting to happen. Somebody found this on Instagram right here. Apparently, Brett Cooper's mother liked comments about.
Okay, at that point, I think that's a little reaching, and it's kind of odd because you got her mama in this. It's still kind of where at some point you got to think about internet paralysis, and people be doing crazy things, and maybe this like an excuse. Maybe they're just taking it out of context.
Reagan's own Instagram post, like basically backstabbing. Like basically there was a post. Let me see if I can zoom in and just read it real quick. I'm sorry. I know it's dark, but I'll read it. So this is what it says. And I know you probably can't see it because it's really dark, but I'll just read it. I don't know the full story. This is the post on Instagram. I don't know the full story, but if what the rumors say are true, I'm really disappointed in you. If you are Christian, you know that this isn't right, and I'm not sure you are regretting your decision now, but can't turn back because of a contract. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you wrestle with this decision, and it was a hard decision that you now deeply regret. That is, if you know you did something wrong. I just find it weird that Brett wouldn't say something like, go and support Reagan. Most YouTubers would do that, and you don't even have to be BFFs to do that, unless they are not actually leaving on good terms. Her statement sounds not sincere and so much subtext. Anyway, I hope you either clarify what's going on truthfully, if you're on the right, or make things right publicly or privately is not that important for your own sake. Okay. And Brett Cooper's mother liked this post. So obviously there's something serious going on here, right? You know, your mother like post about the producer Reagan backstabbing you. Check. She was the bridesmaid at your wedding, but you unfollowed her on Instagram. Check. You two have never done a collab together. Like, something really stinks in this fishy here. It seems
Which
like
is
there
still
actually
kinda
may have been a
odd.
little bit of backstabbing here, you know, which I think is weird. And just to be honest, guys, if me and a huge personality and we're best friends work at the same company, although it would be nice to take that next step and get more opportunity, get more money, I would tell them respectfully, I don't think it will be a good look for me to replace my best friend who I was the bridesmaid at her wedding unless she gives the blessing. And if she's going to give the blessing, let's have her do it publicly. Obviously, that didn't happen. So now people run with the speculation that she backstabbed her, which is very likely what happened. Now, let's actually play some of the videos so we can kind of see what producer Reagan actually has to say. Here we go. Let me go to it.
To fixing your section. And I am your new host, Reagan Conrad. Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. So before we get into today's episode, I want to just recap a few things with you.
She sounds exactly like, Brent, and that's kind of weird. Their voices and their mannerisms are almost down to a T. It's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
Now, many of you have known me as producer Reagan.
It is scary how much she acts and sounds like Brett. The hand gestures, the movements, the facial
I'm not
expressions,
doing
the
all
voice,
this.
the cadence.
It's creepy.
It's like a clone of Brett Cooper. It's crazy. She's obviously not as good. Let me not, don't get me wrong. Like Brett is still Brett.
I
But
don't like
so
it, and it's creepy.
freaking similar. It is scary. It's crazy. But let's keep going.
I've been working on this show for almost 3 years now. I started with Daily Wire fresh out of college with a journalism degree and a resume full of social media work. And prior to
All right, we don't care about that. Let's get to the main part.
hosting on Fridays. So while I may feel like a stranger to most of you watching this video, I've been behind the scenes for years getting to know all of you. Now, over the last few weeks, the internet, as we so often cover on the show, has been the internet. And the comment sections have certainly been comment sectioning away. I mean, it's literally part of my job to read your comments, and so I know what's being said. And the one thing that is rightfully concerning many of you is the thought that Brett may have been forced out. I can assure you that that is not the case, and it is simply untrue. I mean,
Yes, it is. That's a lie. Yes, it is. That doesn't even make sense. If she didn't get forced out, why would she leave? She did get forced out. We already know what happened. We could put two and two together. It's not that hard. She did get
You
forced
see,
out.
I don't want to look at it that way, but that's what it's leading up to, and it's kind of creepy.
Because she said, hey, I'm not being paid fairly. I bring in all these views. I bring in more views than like most of the hosts here. Can I get paid for it? No, you're not going to get paid for it. Okay, well, I'm leaving. Technically, it's like a technicality. It's like technically she kind of did. Like, do we all think she wanted to leave? No. So she did get forced out because she didn't want to leave. She very likely wanted to stay with the Daily Wire, but she didn't because you guys were doing her dirty. So she said, okay, screw it. Well, you're leaving me no choice. Like, you're essentially forcing me to leave by like not compensating me for what I'm owed, basically. That's what I'm getting out of it. So this is just a lie.
It's creepy.
as Brett said herself in her final episode, and I would highly encourage every single one of you who has not yet seen that video to go watch that video and also go watch and support and love on anything that Brett does coming up in the future, because I know that it will be amazing. It was Brett's.
See, this is weird too. She has a whole YouTube channel. Why don't you post the link to her YouTube channel? Like, you're saying whatever she does, feel free to share it. She's gonna do great.
Most likely she isn't allowed to.
Post the link. Like, why? Like, this doesn't. You're her bridesmaid. I would tell the Daily Wire, hey, can I like post a link here, and can we get her to come back and endorse me? And we both they handled this so wrong. It's crazy.
Decision to leave the show and move on to a new adventure, which she is very excited about, and all of you should be very excited for what's to come. And in saying all of that, it is an enormous honor for me, truly beyond my wildest dreams and anything that I could have ever hoped for, to have been given the honor to carry on this show. I care about the show so much too, and so I am so.
I mean, look, nothing personal against her. Like, I'm sure she's cool, and I honestly don't have anything.
I know what he's saying, and I'm never going to watch that comment section again because specifically I didn't come from the comment section. I came through it because I like the personality. But I get what you're saying, and some things are kind of not really adding up. But hopefully, I'm going to choose to look on the bright side. I'm going to hope for the best in this situation. I don't want to seek ill on someone. But hopefully you all enjoyed this video. It was a little information informing to me, but nothing I didn't already know. But preferably some of you guys learned something, and I really do hope y'all enjoyed. Remember, like, subscribe, and do what you want. You don't have to like if you want. Like 10 videos, I guess, or like I don't know what I'm saying no more. So I'm just gonna end the video right here. And yeah, no, I'm just gonna end the video. Yes, I'm awkward. I'm socially awkward. I have no idea what I'm saying. I rumble on. Peace out.